See, in this world, there's two kinds of people, my friend. Those with loaded guns. You dig?
Finish him!
Welcome.
Are we good now?
Yeah, I wanted to see what would happen if I done that. Okay. Anyways, welcome to episode 23.
Episode 23, unless it's episode 24, but I'm pretty sure it's 23.
I need to check.
I'll check. Because
I got it pulled up right here already. This is 24, sir.
Really?
We need to redo this intro.
Oh. Oh yeah, I'm looking at the last episode. It is 24 now.
Yeah. Do we redo it or do we?
Are we still going?
Well, I mean, it's still recording.
I mean, we don't have to redo it, but
Okay, so take 2. Welcome to episode 24.
if it gets dumber.
Even though the first 55 seconds was a misnomer, but anyways,
It wasn't really. It's just that we misnumbered it. We didn't number it correctly.
I can't count. I didn't watch Sesame Street this morning. Anyways, all right, go talk about something.
All right. So first of all, well, it was your birthday,
Yay!
and we
We-
didn't talk about this.
But we
went to a steak joint,
We
and
did.
the steaks were not. You had to use steak sauce. You told me that the only time that you use steak sauce.
it was steak's bad.
Okay,
I mean, it was a good steak. I just wanted steak sauce.
it was a good. My steak was good, but
Mine was cooked a little bit more than what I would like.
and I think mine was too. I think mine was what? Did you
that,
get?
That
did you-
was closer to
It was closer to medium than yours was closer to rare.
Right.
Yours was more medium rare.
Yeah, and yours was more like medium wellish. It was still pink on the inside, but not. It didn't have that gray band around it. I did appreciate how the menu said we do not recommend well done steak.
Is that what it said?
Yeah.
I didn't even
It
look.
had it down there in parentheses underneath like the I guess temperature gauge or whatever. Like rare is this with a cool red center.
Yeah. I still think that it was unsuccessful. Unsuccessful steak.
It's the best steak endeavor we've had in a while.
It was, so we can't necessarily say that it was.
Do I think the steaks like for me and the wife were worth $105?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to find this notification that I was just sent from this person because, like, I guess we can just get right into this.
We had a potential.
While we were at your birthday dinner,
Yeah.
we were sent a message by someone who was trying to get us to join their podcast network. It goes by Blaze Hunter, and that's I'm sure that's not his name, but that's what his Facebook profile name is, and
I can be Ted Danson like Peggy Hill on Facebook if I want to be.
he sent us a message wanting us to join his podcast network for a certain amount.
We have to give him money,
Um,
and then we get to join. It's like a pyramid scheme.
yeah,
We're at the bottom of the pyramid.
so he said that we could get more listens and we could get,
I say we just keep churning away at it, and one day we'll finally hit like 10 people to listen to us, and I will feel accomplished.
yeah, and I think that's the best way to do it. Like I told you on the phone, like if I had money to just throw away, like, and I knew that it would give us like more listeners and probably springboard us to the next level with this, like I wouldn't have
be
a
another
problem.
milestone.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with doing it, but at this point, we're at a net negative with our investment in the podcast, and for us to invest more money would kind of be
That is an unsound financial decision.
yeah, it would be a bad decision right at this moment. Like I told him, I was like, "Listen, man, I appreciate you reaching out to us." He was the first, whichever way you want to say
yeah,
it.
like
That was the first
time we got approached.
we
about
got
it.
approached, right? That was the first time we had gotten approached with someone who wanted us to put our names on their label or whatever to get more listeners or whatever. And listen,
Have you ever been approached by a hooker?
I don't think so.
I have,
But
in the back of the truck. I was
really?
I was loading up stuff. to
So
take to the
that's
store.
different, though. I have been
Yeah.
approached by someone while I was working and asked me for things, and
Oh no, she didn't ask me for anything. She just asked me if I was looking for a good time, and I replied with yeah, just not with you.
yeah.
And then she said, "Fuck you, Chip man," and walked off.
What did she essentially want, though?
Like, are you looking for a good time?
Oh, so she didn't say like, "Do you have a certain amount of money or anything?"
No, I guess she was like, "Are you looking for a good time?" Like, she like threw the line out there, and she was twitching it, and I swam up to it. Well, I didn't really swim up to it. She threw it on my face, and I didn't bite, and she didn't like my retort and walked off. I guess
Oh,
if
wow.
I would have bit the line, then the transaction would have continued,
Dude,
and then terms and conditions would have been established.
I don't want to get off a topic because we're
I
going to
just
come back.
derailed it completely. Like, we're gonna come full circle. Don't worry. It's
Yeah,
okay.
we're going to come back to it, but Mindy just sent me something and it says Elon Musk just went scorched earth on Donald Trump.
Yeah, I see,
And
like,
so
he puts-
you've been
I-
watching the back and forth.
I have not. I don't know what's going on with that at all.
So
I was
Elon
hoping
just
you could enlighten-
said,
I seen on Reddit earlier where he said, or maybe in YouTube, one of the two, like he had a thing where he said that Trump's name's in the Epstein files.
that is literally what Mindy just sent me.
and it's like, "Have a nice day, DJT." So was that like they're not in love with each other anymore?
Apparently not.
The bromance is over.
It's over.
No, we're not getting that $5,000. We might as well give up on that 20% then, because that shit's gone.
Well, we're not getting the 20%.
Yeah, that Department of Government Efficiency just efficient itself out.
Yeah. So yeah, I was literally reading this, and it says time to drop the reality big bomb. I'm sorry, the really big bomb. At real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason why they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. So that is what Elon posted on X. And
It's
that
fucking Twitter. On X. It's fucking Twitter.
Twitter, yeah. So whatever. He bought it. He named it whatever he wanted to name
His
it.
kid's name like the fucking Konami code or some shit.
The thing is I thought that his name did come out on the Epstein flight log or whatever, but he kind
Dude,
of
like any famous person's on that fucking flight log, so it seems. Like even like obscure ass celebrities you don't know, like the dude that's in the background of every fucking like kung fu movie in the 80s, his fucking name's on there.
yeah. Dropping bombs. I just went to foxnews.com. Trump says he asked Musk to leave as billionaire makes shocking allegation. Musk shifts to the political right after
Breaking
months.
news, people.
Yeah,
Breaking
I'm reading it on Fox News. I mean, I'm just gonna click on it and see what it says. But Musk unleashes wild Epstein claim against Trump after being booted from Doge. President reveals he asked billionaire to leave position after months of tension.
We're not coming full circle. on being approached.
Billionaire Elon Musk dropped a serious bomb on social media on Thursday when he made allegations that President Donald Trump was in the Jeffrey Epstein file. At real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files, Musk wrote on X. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Musk followed the post with another saying, "Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out." Yeah. So, listen.
There goes our 20%.
Yeah, that's it.
That's-
We're not
done.
getting.
Yeah, we're not getting that 20%. There you go. I think it's like episode like 5 or 6 or something like that, where we're like,
Okay, let me continue with this. Shortly after Musk posted on about Trump being in the Epstein file, Trump posted this in response. I don't mind Elon turning against me, but he should have done this months ago. This is one of the greatest bills ever presented to Congress, Trump said, turning his attention to the big, beautiful bill that is before Senate. It is a record cut in expenses, $1.6 trillion, and the biggest tax cut ever given. If this bill doesn't pass, there will be a 68% tax increase, and things far worse than that, is what he said. I didn't create this mess. I'm just here to fix it. This puts our country on a path of greatness. Make America great again, the president added. Trump lambasted Musk on Thursday afternoon, saying he asked the former Department of Government Efficiency head to leave. Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy, Trump said on Truth Social. So listen, I voted for Trump. This is not
I was about to
anything
say,
secret.
like, I thought we were like, we went fucking news reporter there for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, this is all Fox News. It's from Fox News if you want me to give sources or whatever. So,
Yeah, like, cite your sources. That way we can't say we didn't
Right.
give credit to whoever wrote that at Fox News or whatever AI bot generated it.
the thing I'm going to say, like I said, I voted for Trump.
I didn't.
And I thought that he was the better choice than Kamala Harris and really anybody who else was running at that point. But here's my thing about it. As far as Epstein and the names coming out and all of that, like, I wanted those names to come out. I really did. And I knew that Trump had addressed him being on the Epstein flight logs at one time. He got ahead of it while he was running for president, but I kind of knew that, probably something else was going on there. But the thing is like, how many names are on there that people are just brushing off other than Donald Trump?
Tons.
Let's say Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton's name's on there. And the thing is like, we already knew that Bill Clinton was a freaking
Dude fucking stuck a cigar up a chick's puss and then smoked it in the
Hold
Oval
on. How many
Office.
minutes have we been going?
Dude, who cares? Fuck it. I will go a whole episode without cussing one day. Just not
Dude,
today.
that is not gonna happen.
Yeah, you want to put some money on it?
It will not happen.
I bet
We'll make a gentleman's bet, $20. Shake hands right now. $20. You cannot make an episode without cussing.
Next episode, no cuss words.
He's cussing. I'm gonna be $20 richer.
I say within 10
And whenever next episode, I'm not gonna say a word about it. I won't even mention it when you
I
cuss.
know. I'll catch myself because I'll be saying something. I'll be like, that motherfucker, and I'll be like,
You're not gonna make it a full episode.
I personal challenge. Let's just see if I can do it.
You won't. By the way,
I'll do good until like the very end and be like, bye, fuckers. Shit.
You're gonna do it, and I'm gonna be $20 richer. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Anyway, just to get back to this, like, I kind of knew that Elon Musk was kind of like a
loose cannon.
Yeah, and the thing is I almost like Elon more than I like President Trump because he.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's definitely coming up. Like that's definitely going to be a thing. But yeah, I mean, listen, Trump's name was on it. Like, how many other people's name was on it?
A
Like,
ton. How many people was on,
beloved
like, the Diddy
politicians
list?
and all of this shit. I mean,
all the Diddy stuff going on too.
yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that Trump's name hasn't come out in that
I
yet.
mean, yeah, he's New York. Like, that's,
Yeah, I mean, at this
who
point,
knows? He could have been at
listen,
some freak. Like, can you imagine Donald Trump all like baby oiled up at a freak off?
yeah. I mean, I would not be surprised if that came out that Donald Trump was a part of that too. Like, he was at one of these freak offs. And listen, I know, like, especially one person in particular, which is Charles. He's passionate about this. And listen, we all knew when Trump ran for president the first time that he was like, grab her by the pussy and all that stuff. Like, we knew that he was sort of a scumbag.
Dude,
But-
who in politics is not a scumbag?
That's what I'm. That is my point exactly. It doesn't matter who it is. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter whether they're Democrat, Republican,
Dude,
Libertarian.
they're all on the same
They're-
team, and we're not
that's,
on it.
That's something that we should all come to grips with. Is all of us have a history. All of us have done something fucked up in the past. There's no way. It doesn't matter whether you're a politician, whether you're the plumber down the street, whether you're putting out potato chips, whether you're dropping gas. You have done something fucked up in your life.
Yeah, everybody's got shit.
Everybody has.
Yeah. That's
The thing is it doesn't matter who the president is, whether it's somebody that you voted for, somebody that I voted for. They're all going to have something fucked up in their past. It really just
depends on what level.
what
of
can
fucked
you
up-
accept?
Yeah.
What
level,
can you
what
accept?
level of fucked up can you take?
Yeah, I mean, you could. It really just depends on what can. Where's the boundary at? Like, where can we say, all right, well, that's a step too far. With that being said, do I know what his involvement? Nobody will ever know what anybody's involvement was in Epstein, unless
there's probably videotapes of it because apparently he liked to watch
who did.
Epstein. Apparently there was like
There's surveillance. That's what Elon is saying. That's the reason why all of that stuff hasn't been released.
I know what it is. It's not Donald Trump don't want the shit. He don't want the fucking video to come out and know that he's got a fucking inchworm.
Well, yeah.
That's what it is. He don't want everybody to know.
I thought one of the ladies
That's
who
the reason
tried
why
to be
Ivanka always looked so not Ivanka. What's his wife? Is it Ivanka now?
Melania.
Melania, whatever.
Ivanka is his daughter. So I would hope
he
that
looks
she
at
didn't
her
have
like he wants to fuck her too. So
his daughter.
yeah. Anyways, like that's the reason why she always looks so fucking like depressed and shit.
Why? Because she knows her.
Because he's got an inch.
Are you talking about Melania?
Can you imagine laying down at night and Donald Trump crawling on top of you?
Well, I mean, yeah, but they have a baby together. They have a child. Barron Trump is their child.
Is their child?
Yeah, that's the only child that him and Melania have together. So they at least had sex one time.
Well, I'm not saying they don't have sex. I'm just saying she looks
Probably
like she's
not
fucking
now.
miserable.
They don't have sex now.
Oh, dude, I'm sure he's probably jacking the blue pills.
You think so?
Dude, he's got fuck you money. Yeah, of course. He's the fucking. He basically can do what the fuck ever.
I don't think he's fucking now. I really don't.
I mean, dude, if like STDs are really prevalent in like retirement communities and shit like
in
rest
retirement
homes.
home? Yeah, I've heard about that
Yeah,
before.
like if you're down, like why not fucking try to like push some wet rope every now and then? Why not?
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Don't-
I'm probably wrong. I'm just gonna go
That
ahead and
thing's
say
like
it.
a fucking dust bowl down there.
I just couldn't imagine Melania like getting in the mood.
I wonder if they like grab the fucking olive oil from the kitchen and go at it.
I don't know, dude. I just don't know if Donald Trump is
Drier
getting
than
woody.
the fucking Sahara down there.
I just don't. Maybe I'm wrong.
Dude, if he pops enough with that Niagara, you know that thing.
Niagara.
Niagara.
What is Niagara?
It's Viagra, but I like calling it Niagara. Just 'cause
Okay.
it's funny.
Okay,
It's funny to me, damn
it's real to me. Damn it.
it. I wish you could have seen that fucking dude that night, man. He was that guy, just younger and drunker.
So, yeah. I mean, listen. It seems to me like Elon has turned against Trump and all of that, and maybe this is what's going to bring down Trump's like presidency. I don't know, but
At the end of the day, what the fuck can we do about it?
we can't do anything about it.
Exactly. We just gotta sit here, go to work tomorrow, or if you're off tomorrow, you're off tomorrow. Go to work the next day. You're supposed to go to work, pay your fucking bills. Oh shit, my bills went up. Guess what? Shit's been going up for fucking ever.
Yeah, everything
It's
has.
It's never gonna get better.
Yeah. Okay, so back to what we first started talking about, and we should mention we have changed the location of where we're recording our podcast.
Oh, yeah, we're in a big room now.
Yeah,
Like,
we have really stepped up our game, and I did mention that guy's name, and let me see what
Blaze Hunter.
Blaze Hunter, and he had mentioned something. Let me see. Blaze Hunter, we're about to mention you in our next episode, a LFG, so I'm guessing that means let's fucking go. Yeah, listen.
Hey,
Um,
if
if
it's
you-
not a pyramid scheme, I apologize for saying it's a pyramid scheme.
if you aspire to, if you're out searching for someone to platform you, give Blaze Hunter a try. I don't know if it's completely legit. He showed me kind of like a screenshot of their like weekly listeners or whatever, and they get like almost 100,000 listeners. So I'm assuming that it's legit. But what the kind of the
I like whenever you're talking, you're like, we ain't exactly everybody's cup of tea.
yeah, I told him, I said we're not really everybody's cup of tea, and I was kind of joking with him. I was like, hey, listen, we got like 3 listeners in Hong Kong, so we are like a freaking we are worldwide. Like our
prestige worldwide.
Yeah, man, we're on a boat. Our we
That's
have
the
a
Lonely
long
Island.
reach, huh?
That's the Lonely Island.
The Lonely Island.
Yeah, they're on a boat.
Uh-huh.
Boats and hoes.
Boats and hose. Yeah, I'm sorry, boats and hose. That was my fault. My fault.
Yeah.
My fault.
I've seen Step Brothers too many times.
I've seen it a few times, but I feel like I'm in and out of it.
You should watch it again. Just it's great.
Something that we go ahead.
I was gonna say, movies like Superbad, they're never gonna make those anymore.
No, a movie like that today wouldn't I don't know. It just seems like
American Pie, like Porky's and shit like that from back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, those movies are gone.
One thing that we talked about was like me and Mindy had watched Caddyshack, and the thing about like that movie was that there was not a lot of
all right.
What?
You said Caddyshack, and
oh yeah, there was not a lot of there's not a lot of talking in that movie.
What, Caddyshack?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
No, man. Go back and watch it. There's not like it just kind of goes from
the Bill Murray scenes kind of like don't have a lot of talking other than him just murmuring to himself about it.
Yeah, and it's almost like they're I don't know, there's not a lot of context in what they're talking about. Almost like whenever Rodney Dangerfield makes his appearance, there's no really there's no really context of who he is. I mean, you find out that he's like the guy who's building the hotels like right next to the golf course.
At a golf course.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Rodney Dangerfield's not a dick, but he's just a rich guy at a golf course.
Dude, I think Rodney Dangerfield is one of the as far as like stand-up comedians, I could watch some Rodney Dangerfield stand up, and I
wonder if
I just can't get any respect.
Yeah, I wonder if he ever got it.
He never got any respect.
I'm happy my gun has shipped. I have purchased another firearm.
Yeah.
It's coming FedEx.
So do you know what bull? Do you actually know what bullpup means?
No, what does it mean?
The ammunition is going to fall out the bottom of the handle. I'm gonna do some research on that. But
let's make sure we're correct on this. What else you want to talk about, sir?
Well, in the context of firearm, bullpup refers to a rifle design where the action, the mechanism that loads and fires the cartridge and magazine are located behind the trigger. Okay. This contrasts with conventional rifles where the action is in front of the trigger. So I was kind of wrong, but I was kind of right.
We'll give you half mark for it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a pretty cool shotgun though. But I was going to talk about how I had to go to Pennsylvania this week. I left on Tuesday and came back Wednesday. I went to Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, and then I stayed in Hagerstown, Maryland. I'm probably butchering that, but I didn't think it was a bad trip or anything. I did witness something which I didn't tell you about this, but I had an altercation with a driver today.
Oh, really?
I didn't. I started to call you, but I was like, I'll wait until the podcast
All
to
right.
tell you about
Hot
it.
off the presses. Let's hear it.
Yeah, but just first of all, like I was getting ready to leave Wednesday morning, and just some stuff happened, and this driver comes up literally right beside me, and he starts like, oh man, why did you do that? You cut in front of me. I could have hit you, and all these type of things. And then the thing is the guy hears it, and instead of him getting fuel after the guy left, he just drives out. He just left out. Yeah, but I don't know, man. I've always heard that drivers are divas, and that's what leads into the altercation that I had today. So, I go to Fayetteville. It's called Global now. We still call it Motiva, but that's what it was whenever I first started, and that's what it was for the longest time, and that's what drivers still call it. But it's Global Partners in Fayetteville, and this guy from Go Energies, so this is what happened.
Go Energy.
Yeah, it's a fuel hauling company, just like Cape Fear Transport is. But so this is what happened. When you go into this terminal, you have to put your card on this little card reader, and you have to put your PIN number in, and it opens the gate. Yeah, so the gate was closed, and it opened up, and I pulled in, and so there's 3 lanes over there. What we call lanes is where you load your fuel. It's also called a rack. So there was the middle lane is lane 1, the lane to the far left is lane 2, and the lane from the far right is lane 3. So when you pull in through the gate that I pulled in from, you can only go into lane 1 or lane 2. You cannot go into lane 3. So I pulled in, I carded in. That's what we call it whenever we put our card up on the card reader, and then I carded in, and I pulled up, and both drivers in lane 1 and 2 did not have their vapor recovery hooked up, and that either means that you're about to start loading or you're finished loading. So I sat there for a second to see which driver was getting finished and which driver was getting started. At this time, a driver had carded in and pulled up like basically right beside me, and it was almost like he was about to pull into lane 1, or I'm sorry, lane 2, which is the one that the driver had started pulling out of. And so I looked at him, but I started watching out of my driver's side window, because I started pulling into that lane where the driver was pulling out of. And that's just kind of like a rule of thumb thing, is like you want to pick the lane where you're going to be able to pull onto. You dropped something. Number 1, Jeremy dropped something.
Hey, I made it 27 minutes in before I dropped it.
Okay, well, you still dropped something. What did you drop? Do you need help getting it?
Phone.
I got it.
Yep.
Okay. So anyway, so this all happened within like a 30-second, like seriously, like 30 to 45-second time window, where like I got there, I was watching to see who was going to move, and then so I started moving to the lane where that driver was pulling out of. And at this time, the guy had pulled up beside me, and then he started moving, like his hand gestures. I saw him through my window, and I started just pulling in, and he started backing up. So by the time that we had parked, he pulled up beside me on lane 1. I had gotten out, and I have a little rubber mallet that I use to check to make sure I don't have any flat tires and stuff. And he pulled up beside me, and I started checking to see if my tires were flat and stuff. And he opened his door, and he was like, "Hey, dude, you need to go ahead and pick a lane. You don't need to be sitting back there cherry picking what lane you go in." And he just kept talking, and I looked over at him, and I said, "Hey, dude, why don't you just shut the fuck up and sit down somewhere?" And he like, "Oh, did you just this is literally what he said. He said, "Did you just tell me to shut the fuck up?" And I said, "Yes, sir, I did."
Did you not understand?
Right. And so he's like, "Oh," he's like, "I'll take that hammer and shove it up your ass." And I was like, "Bring it on, brother." I said, this is verbatim what I said. I said, "Bring it on, brother." I just touched my mic. But so he's like, "Oh, well, we're both about to get locked out of this motherfucker." So he decides to crawl out of his truck. And at that time, I put my hammer and I start clenching it in my hand and I'm just standing there,
It's go
and he
time.
gets in my face, and at this point he's like, he starts talking. I can't remember what he said at that point, but I'm just letting him know that I've got this hammer ready to wrap it around his face, and he's like, you can't just sit back there, and I was like, dude, I literally just came in the gate, like you didn't like. So the gate is closed. Like, if there's nobody who has just carded into the gate, it's closed. So you should know that I literally just pulled into the gate because the gate hadn't even closed behind me yet. There might be like a minute where the gate stays open and then it starts to close after you card in. So it literally hadn't even been a minute since I've been sitting in there. And he's like, this and that, and he starts calling me son. I'll show you son, or I'll call Johnny or something like that. I can't remember because at that point,
whoever the fuck you need to call.
Exactly.
That's what your goddamn son.
That's what. And he kept calling me son. I was like, I got your son right here, brother. And I was like, you motherfucker. And like he starts walking away, and so whenever I got done loading and stuff, I called my supervisor and I was like, hey, listen, man, you might get a complaint about me. Basically telling this motherfucker to shut the fuck up, is basically what I said. And I was like, he told me that he was going to stick this hammer up my ass. And I was like, last time I checked, I ain't got a hammer up my ass. And I was like, he was about to have to pull the fucking hammer out of his jaw because if he had swung on me, that hammer was coming across his face. And it's not a hammer, it's a rubber mallet.
That's still going to hurt like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, it was going to hurt. If he had swung at me,
sir.
If he had swung at me, it was hammer time. It was hammer time. Stop. Hammer time. I mean, I'm telling you.
Goddamn, I wish we had a bigger soundboard that was one of the buttons right there.
Hammer time?
I would hammer time it up right now.
Dude, I'm telling you, if he had swung on me, I'm coming across with that hammer.
Yeah, I can imagine the phone call. Hey, Jeremy.
Jake.
Jeremy, I need you to come bail me out of jail.
Somebody would have.
Why? I wrapped this hammer around this dude's face.
I'm serious.
Like, the fuck did he do?
He came at me, dude. I mean, what I must, and I did. I stood my ground. He got up in my face.
You ain't got no fucking wings. I got you.
Listen, he got up in my face, and I had the hammer like firmly in my hand.
You had it. It was ready to go time.
I'm telling you, dude.
Here's what we do: we drill you a hole in the end up and put you a lanyard in it, so you wrap it around your wrist. That way, you won't lose grip of that motherfucker when you're swinging it.
The thing is once I started thinking about it, I was like, I am proud of myself because I never like lash out. I'm normally like the most easygoing person, but he kept talking.
He hit the wrong button.
Yeah, he kept talking, and finally, like I've said this for a while. Like I pin up a lot of aggression. I
feel sorry for your dick whenever you masturbate. Beat that motherfucker. Like
I feel like one of these days I'm going to have a me, myself, and Irene moment where Hank comes out, and whenever Hank comes out, it's literally going to
be bad. It's
going to be bad because like, and even at that moment, like if he had just said a couple of words and then kept it moving, like I probably he kept talking to me like I was a rookie, like I didn't know what the hell I was doing, And I don't even know what part of me just kind of came out at that moment, but I've never told anybody to shut the fuck up.
I've talked a lot of shit in my time. Dewey.
Dewey. Yeah, Dewey.
I don't even remember what the fuck I told him. Like, look here, Dewey. I don't know if we talked about that or not. Mason was dating this chick.
Haley Thering. Oh, I'm not even going to finish it. Her name was not Haley Thering, okay? So, good luck. Haley. Her name was Haley.
I couldn't remember what her name was. I just remember the chick. And I don't remember what the fuck happened, but I know you come to Food Line where I worked there.
Uh-huh.
And like said the dude was talking shit to you and stuff. I was like, call him. Call him up.
Did I call him or did he call me? I may have called him. I don't remember if he was the one that called me. I don't remember how I got his name. I mean, how I got his number. Sorry. Keep going. Do-do-do-do-do-y.
Either way, he gets up on the phone saying he's gonna whip Mason's ass and shit. And I end up talking to him. Don't come up there and fucking try it, pretty much.
Right.
And like
He was never going to bring it to us.
yeah, like come on, dude. There ain't nothing stopping you but air and opportunity. You know where I'm at.
Right.
Like I told you, like I'll meet you in the fucking parking lot.
I'm starting to learn, like, if people start running their mouth to you, all you got to do is say, "Bring it on." The ball's in your court now. Are you gonna walk the walk, or are you just gonna talk the talk?
You just jawing, or you gonna come over and squirt? But
Right.
nowadays, though, like people fucking shoot you instead of just squaring up with you.
Well, I'm telling you, it would have been hammer time on my behalf.
Yeah, so that's still. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad enough. I still think hammer time would be better than fucking 45ing.
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't have tried to kill the man, and that's extreme.
If you socked him in the jaw with that thing, you could potentially kill him.
Nah, I would have just rearranged his jaw structure.
I mean, it's possible. What happens if like you done that, broke his jaw, he fell, hit his head, cracked it on the curb there?
Yeah, and I'm not even going to say it, but even a
bleeding.
podcast that I was just listening to, in most fights, it's not the punches that kill somebody. It's
the
when they
fall.
fall down and they hit their head is what kills them.
Especially if it's like a concrete curb or something behind them.
Yeah.
Done. Anyways, the Dewey is talking shit, and like he starts stuttering real bad, and I just started like mocking the shit out of him. And I don't remember if he hung up the phone or what, but I'm still waiting on the Dewey to meet me in the parking lot of Food Line.
Yeah, he never did.
That was fucking 20. God.
It was a long time ago. It was
24 years ago?
Had we graduated?
Yeah,
at that
we
point?
graduated.
So no, it wouldn't be 24 years ago.
No.
22 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
20 to 22.
No, I don't think we had graduated. I think we were like seniors in high school whenever that happened, or maybe after. I don't know. Either way,
I don't think we were in high school anymore. If we were seniors.
right?
And that leads me to another thing. Like, I know how on the last episode we talked about how, like, you know, I have a bad memory, and I'm still sticking by it. Not a bad memory, but I have.
You couldn't remember something earlier.
There were things that I couldn't remember, you know. And then, so to just kind of, that was one of the things that I wanted to talk about is, like, I feel like, and that leads to the guy sending me a message and asking me that I want to, you know, be a part of his podcast network. And listen, I appreciate it. And we both appreciate it because, like, this is the first person who reached out to us to offer this.
I've been tempted to send a thing to Raid Shadow Legends to see if we could get a sponsorship. Because there for a while, they were sponsoring every single video ever made on YouTube.
And what is the underwear that has the pouch?
MeUndies.
MeUndies, yeah. Like every podcast
and,
I listen
the
to.
Socks, what Bomba socks?
Yeah.
On every podcast.
Well, like, hey, why can't we get
why
a
can't I net
sponsorship
me
by
like
them?
I'd like to get the Bomba socks. I just want the ones that they donate to the homeless people because they're just black socks.
Yeah.
I don't want the fucking ones that's got pineapples and flamingos and shit. Give me the black fucking socks.
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
You could say you're homeless, and then you could get a pair of socks.
I don't think that's
But
how
just
that works.
okay, so that kind of leads into
just walk
what,
up like, hey, I'm homeless. Can I get some socks?
that kind of leads into what I wanted to talk about on this. Like I said, the guy kind of approached me because I'm the one that runs the Facebook page. If anybody wants to check out the Facebook page, by the way, It Gets Dumber Podcast on Facebook. But he kind of, you know, he sent me a message and he gave me an offer, you know, whatever amounts of money it was. And it kind of reminded me to just kind of, I don't know if we've had this conversation about where we came from as far as, you know, like our humble beginnings, and it is humble beginnings. And, you know, I just kind of wanted to have a conversation about that because, like, listen, whoever's listening to this, whether you know us or not, me and Jeremy both didn't come from much. And I can't speak for you, but I know for me, like, there were many nights where the Stofers, like, Salisbury steak and mashed potatoes, and you used the gravy from the Salisbury steak on the mashed potatoes, and that was our meal for the night.
Why we went fishing all the time.
I think we
Yeah.
have talked about this on the podcast before, but
we ate fish a lot when I was younger because we could go to the river and catch a mess of fish, go home, clean them, cook them, bam, there's dinner.
yeah. See, we never really did that, and I probably would. I don't know. I would probably have enjoyed that more than
And I would dig the worms off the side of the riverbank, like move
Really?
leaves. Yeah, like have like a little like military trowel shovel, dig them up, get a bucket full of worms, go fish. Like so, the only thing like money wise that was invested, other than like the initial investment of the rods and poles and hooks and shit, but like the bait and stuff was free,
right.
and then dinner was essentially.
Were
free.
you fishing off of the bank, or were you fishing from a
off
boat?
the bank.
Yeah.
I didn't fish out of a boat until I was about 15 or so. That's when I got that little creek boat I got. That's when I got it.
Really?
Yep. That thing's still sitting by the pond by the house.
Your house now?
Yeah. And
The one that had the fucking snakes
Yeah.
hidden in it.
Yeah. I flipped it over and there's 2 water moccasins in it about 6
Yeah,
foot.
fuck that.
They're about 6 foot long. I was like, whoa there, fellas. Y'all need to go on with that.
Yeah, and look, listen, I have to give both of my parents the most credit because like
If anybody ever wants to send Mason a present, send him a baby ball python,
no,
boa constrictor,
no.
albino something.
Why would you why would you say that?
Because like I want to see the Ring doorbell footage of you opening the door
And a snake being in that box?
there's a snake in the fucking box. You ain't gonna be Woody from Toy Story. There's a snake in my boot. You're gonna go from the first floor to the second floor without using the stairs.
Like, listen, don't send me a snake in a box. I'm
it.
not going to give out my address.
Do it. We need to get a PO. If we ever get popular, we need to get a PO box.
A PO box.
That way
So-
people can send stuff to the PO box.
If I pick up a box and it's moving, just know.
Well, it wouldn't be moving. It'd be inside of probably like one of the little clear plastic containers inside of the box.
It still would move.
It's not gonna be a fucking cardboard box with just a snake thrown in the bottom of it, and they tape the bitch closed.
Either that, or like by the time the snake gets to me, it'll be dead. So I mean,
I don't know, man. Those fuckers can go a while without eating.
someone would have to hand deliver the snake, I believe.
Mason does not do snakes.
I don't do snakes.
Snakes are his.
Listen. If you're a fan of the show,
all 7 of you.
don't send me a snake. Don't bring a snake to my house. If you're one of those people lucky enough to know where I live, don't do it because I'm liable. Like if you come to my front door,
It's hammer time.
yeah, but it might be one of those hammers that is a little bit more threatening to your life structure. Okay, but yeah, don't send me a snake. But otherwise, like we had talked about this, and like, listen, I have the most respect for my parents, and both of my parents have worked all of their life. They hardly ever go on vacation or anything like that. But the thing is like neither one of us were born with a silver spoon in our mouths,
Hell no.
and everything that we have now, we had to go out and work for. And this podcast was just kind of something for us to do. 2 friends just starting a podcast, and we literally started with $30 TikTok soundboard and mics.
Yeah, you bought one, and then I think the wife bought the next
Yeah.
one because I didn't have TikTok at the
Right.
time.
Yeah.
And
So
then we mashed them together and started going.
so what I was saying was like, yeah, if I had however much, I'm not gonna.
If I had $1 million,
if I had if I
would
had the
buy
money,
you a house.
if I had the money, like, of course, like I would spend it to get our names out there and gain followers, but it would be more rewarding for us to just do it the natural way, and whoever listens. And if we make it, then we do. If we don't, we don't. You know,
we're gonna be on like episode like 500, still just me and you talking to 7 people.
right? So I told the
like-
guy, like, if I were to go back to the conversation that we were having, I told him like, let's see, for two dudes sitting in a spare bedroom upstairs in my house. We started with a TikTok setup. I would say that we're on quite the burner. In 20 years, we think we will have a cool 100 listeners.
I mean hey man, if that bot farm just downloading podcasts in China like takes off, get some more computers on it, man. Throw some more to it.
Yeah,
We had 11 downloads on the last episode.
really.
We had, according to this site, 12 on the one before that, 15, 13. Rotten Tomatoes Volume 2 only had 8 downloads.
Oh, really?
Yeah, still.
I think that one was bad. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, they're not all winners. Still, the gold standard is still episode 3.
Are you serious?
No,
I think
the most is still on 34 on the next episode.
So that was like the first one.
That was the very first one that has the most downloads.
Really?
So people probably go to number 1 and listen to it, and they're like, "God damn, this sucks ass," and then doesn't listen to the rest of them.
That sucks.
I mean, go to episode 3. That's the bottom of the barrel.
Don't go to episode 3.
And him both we are
Lost in the sauce.
Yeah, I was trying to think some other way to say it, but that's probably the best way of putting it. We were lost in the sauce.
Yeah, we were taking shots before.
Yeah, and then we were taking shots during,
after, everything. So listen, that if you want to hear us at our absolute, would you say worse?
I'd say episode 3 is probably bottom of the barrel. That one's scraping.
Yeah, I mean, go listen to it. Go listen to episode 3.
Scraping mud on that one,
and just let us know how far you think that we have come since then. It might not be very
far.
I'm
going through and looking at the names of the like the first one's on the next episode, then Screwball in the 2025 prediction. That one had 33. I thought that one was pretty fucking good.
I thought so too.
We were pretty in it to win it on that one as well, but not as bad as episode 3. Like you halfway through episode 3, you're sitting over there with your eyes closed.
I was just talking. I don't know what I was saying.
Dude, I don't remember what we talked about last week.
I don't either.
Anyways, the smoke signals in a pigeon is the best one. You need to cut that out. And then you can't name it the same thing twice. I thought the forklift one would do pretty good.
Yeah.
But then like somebody else had like already beat me to the forklift thing, like I put it on the thing or a meme of it or something. So now it looks like I was ripping that off. But anyways, what did I say this time? Send me the condom money, and then the next one send us 20% or $20. Either one. Castle Grayskull, Jeremy drops everything. Movie night with the Velocipaster.
I just typed in update on Dank DeMoss lawsuit, and it says Dank DeMoss, the rapper who sued Lyft for allegedly refusing her ride due to her weight, has not lost her lawsuit. While rumors circulated that she lost the case, this is incorrect. The lawsuit is still ongoing, and its outcome remains to be determined.
I mean, what are they going to give her? A fucking trailer and a F-350?
I mean, at this point...
Is that what she's suing for? I want one of those goosenecks that fucking F-650s haul.
I mean, I had forgotten about that, but listen. You
forget about that, man?
I don't know. I feel like we talked about it for a good 3 or 4 episodes.
We milked that stone dry.
I know, but
I mean, it was kind of hard not to.
Yeah.
That was...
let's see. Initial lawsuit. Dank DeMoss filed a lawsuit against Lyft after a driver allegedly refused her ride, claiming it would damage the vehicle. Disclaimer claim. DeMoss's attorneys argued that the driver's action was discriminatory, violating Michigan's anti-discrimination laws, which include weight as a protected characteristic. I mean, listen. Don't ask me for a ride is all I got to say, because I would have said the same thing. Like, listen, call somebody else.
I
Because
just looked at her and been like, you ain't going to fit. And then
that's what he said.
Saying her whole family fits in a PT Cruiser.
Bullshit. She don't fit in a PT
Is a PT
Cruiser.
Cruiser a name of a fucking yacht somewhere?
It might be.
Is that what she's talking about?
Hold on.
A fucking barge?
I wonder if is there a yacht.
I know like a G6 is a car and a plane. Because I remember when that song, like a G6, come out. I'm like, why are they singing a song about a fucking Pontiac?
Is there a yacht called PT Cruiser? No, there is no known yacht specifically named PT Cruiser. That sucks. The name PT Cruiser is most famously associated with Chrysler Automotive, a retro-styled hatchback. The term PT in the PT Cruiser's nameplate stands for personal transport. This is, according to Wikipedia, it's from AI generated. I guess Chat GPT.
I got an email right here that I just got from the North Carolina DMV saying that there's text scams going out about having unpaid tolls and stuff.
Oh yeah, I got one.
Yeah.
I got one.
How about like a little late in the fucking game for that one there, DMV?
Well,
they've been sending those fuckers out for months.
Yeah. Hold on. While there are boats that are considered cruisers or pocket cruisers, and some of these may be small enough to be referred to as mini yachts, they are not typically named after car models. Pocket cruisers are generally boats under 50 feet in length. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
So another thing that I wanted to talk to you about. Did you watch any Street Beefs?
No, I didn't.
You didn't watch any?
I didn't. I got sidetracked. I've been playing Expedition 33. It's a video game.
On what?
PlayStation.
Okay.
And that's been sucking up a lot of my free time. Like I'll cook dinner. The wife will go play Call of Duty and do her daily things she likes doing, and I'll be in there like killing monsters and shit.
Oh man.
I
texted Corey a couple of times to see if he wanted to come on, but he hasn't
is
responded.
not answering the phone, dude.
I know.
I don't like. He's like, man, I'm sorry, I saw the missed calls. Corey's asleep.
I'm just gonna call him and see if he answers, and if he does, then like I'll put him on and we'll talk about the guitarist thing. But if he doesn't answer, then I'm not gonna keep on with it.
What, the guitarist thing?
Yeah, y'all were talking about.
Oh yeah, Zach Wild. And
yeah,
Randy
I
Rhoads.
don't know who Zach Wild is, but
Steve Vai,
who's that?
a great guitarist.
From what band?
Steve Vai.
Yeah, he didn't answer, so I'm assuming he's not gonna. He's probably settled in for the night. But anyway, so Street Beefs. Just to get back to that, like me and Mindy for basically 2 days straight, we started watching. And this has been a few years in the making, so I'm not breaking any news or anything. But if anybody who hasn't watched Street Beefs would like some pretty entertaining, it's like I would say it's like a.
If the UFC was ran out your drunk uncle's backyard.
Yes. For lack of better terms, I will agree with that one. But basically, it is the UFC
On dirt.
for crackhead, not crackhead, for like
normal people.
For normal people, yes. So, like,
does anybody with any actual training go in there?
some people do, yes.
And like you can tell the people that actually train to fight because they're just in there beating the brakes off everybody.
Yes. And then, so every once in a while, you'll have a guy who's been training to try to make it in UFC against some dude named like Tucker from fucking like
Tucker down on like Hide Way. He lives in a boat down by the marina.
yeah. And that's the thing is like this guy will show up and it's like it literally
like he got off work, went and got a pair of shorts from fucking Walmart and went
Yeah.
out there and some gloves and was like, all right, let's fucking go.
and some of these guys
Hey, dude,
surprise
some-
you, dude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm sure some of those dudes are scrappy as fuck. And then
Yeah.
there's probably some dudes that are out there windmilling punches like during a fucking mosh pit.
Yeah, and I mean it's literally like the most normal people. Like they'll be like, yeah, so my name is like James, and I'm just here to see what I can do. And then this guy will come up and he's like, all right, put your mouthpieces in and let's get to it. And it's literally just two random guys in the middle. It's not even like one of those. When I say octagons, you think of UFC. Like they're in there. It's like these.
They got chicken wire on half
Yeah.
of it. The other half of it's chain link.
This is like
Part of it's just like the steel grating that they use in like restaurants.
Yeah, it's like these guys just go to like Tractor Supply and get like a dog fence, and they put it together in like this octagon shape, and then they put padding around like the corners of it, and these guys just go at it. And I'm telling you, man, like it's crazy. It is very entertaining. You can go on YouTube and shout out, and like if anybody from Street Beefs ever listen, I think we're gonna hashtag it as part of like, what are you doing? You watching some of it now?
Yeah, I pulled it up on my phone.
Okay, but like
this guy's name is unknown.
Unknown.
He's been in so many.
Oh yeah, dude. His name is like on the octagon part. Like his name is on there, so he is a normal, like
He's a regular.
Yeah, he's a regular. But
I don't know what this other guy's name is, but he's got the long pants. He looks very hesitant.
So he didn't have an intro.
Yeah, no, it's just the guy.
I'm here to fight.
Yeah, he's not. Unknown here is in a pair of like actual like fight trunks from the UFC.
I think
Unknown is in a pair of fucking Fruit of the Loom.
Unknown or the other guy whose name?
Well, his name should be unknown because I don't know what the fuck his name is.
He didn't have an intro.
He didn't have an intro. He's out there in a pair of fucking, like I said, Fruit of the Loom pajama pants.
All right, so what's going on out there? Are they fighting or is it still the intro?
No, they're just poking at each other. It's just like,
dude, it's crazy because they'll like dance around for a minute and then one dude will like land a haymaker and that's it. That's it.
Oh, dude, like he done popped him in the liver one time right there.
Oh,
he got him again. He got a 3-piece. He got a 2-piece and a biscuit.
So who's winning, unknown or the unknown person?
Unknown person is like eating. He's eating the street beef right now. Unknown just laid the rubber to him and fucking like seized his ass up.
Oh yeah, some dudes will just quit. Like they'll be like,
there wasn't no quitting at that. That motherfucker locked up and hit the dirt.
Oh really?
Yeah, he went.
So
stiff.
is he getting the 10 count right now?
Oh, there ain't no 10 count needed on that one, brother. He's
out.
He's gone.
He gone.
She gone.
So unknown beat the unknown dude.
Unknown just fucking starched unknown person.
Okay.
Next fight here. Let's see.
Yeah, they don't waste no time.
El Carmino. Yeah, I like that. Just like straight to it. This guy's name is Anomaly.
Okay. What'd you say the other guy's name was? Like El Camino or some shit?
El Carmino.
Oh,
El
dude.
Carmino.
There was one guy, he was either like Chinese or Japanese or something. He was like 51 years old. He's out there rocking dudes, like knocking them out.
Dude, yeah, they're on like just some pads. There ain't even a fence around them. There's like electric fence wires.
Really? Oh yeah. That might be an older one there, dude. Because
this is like a compilation. I'm sorry if this isn't that interesting, but he reminded me of it. Now I want to watch it.
They call it
Unknown done starch, dude. So that was worth the investment right there,
dude. I'm telling you, once you start watching it, you get invested in it. I think we're gonna hashtag like Street Beefs and be like, hey, listen, we mentioned you in our podcast.
Like we're spreading the word. Y'all have 4.3 million subscribers. We have 2. Hey, we mentioned y'all. Y'all get some like boosting views. That's all us, baby.
At Street Beefs official. I'm making a post right now and be like, hey, listen. That somebody got rocked.
Oh no, he didn't. He got sat down, but he popped back up. El Carmino just ate a damn head kick. Oh no, a spinning back kick, or I guess that would be a spinning wheel kick. No, spinning heel kick. There we go. Oh, he just grazed the top of him apparently though. He's still good to go. Dude, that's the referees just standing all in the fucking way of the way they're rotating.
Yeah, so the cameraman and you notice, like, if you watch it long enough, you'll notice that they kind of get in the way.
Yeah, like they were like circling, and dude's just standing there looking at him like this, as they're like just had to kind of walk around him. Like, dude, circle away from him. Cameraman, stand outside the ring. Ooh, El Carmino just ate a right cross.
Yeah, dude. You'll look at some of these guys and they'll be like,
Oh, he's bobbing and weaving like a young Anderson Silva prior to him snapping his leg and lying about sex pills. Like, how many rounds does this go? Like
three rounds.
Three
It goes 3 rounds.
like 3 minutes.
They do like I think it's like a minute and a half. Street beefs originated in Harrisonburg, Virginia, where Chris Wiltmore started the Backyard Fighting Club in 2008. Wiltmore's intention was to provide an alternative to gun violence, allowing individuals to settle disputes in a safe, supervised environment, with events filmed and broadcast on YouTube. So I'm assuming, I don't know how many, like,
So that's why it's normal. Dudes the one scraps that like, hey,
Yeah.
shoot each other, just get here and throw down. That's fair.
I've thought about this too, dude, where I
Are we
would
gonna
be,
make a hobo fighting ring in Fayetteville? I think we could.
no, dude, right here in this yard.
Bum fights.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like street beefs. If you're listening at this point, like I would like to host some events, but the thing is like
Where the fuck are we gonna like?
right there.
We're just gonna put it in the yard.
Yes, that they call like it's in somebody's backyard basically.
I mean, like this is kind of secluded though. Like,
No, they and I thought you would appreciate this, but if you listen, they call it like the devil's backyard is what they call this area where they fight at. They call it the devil's
dude, I got
backyard.
the pasture there at the house. We can get us.
I'm telling you,
4x4.
dude.
We could throw
But
it. We
here's
could
the
throw it
thing.
up out there, man.
As far as Bladen County is concerned, like I don't think that people could just go out there and fight. I think that they would like somebody would get mad and start shooting and shit. It's happened before.
Yeah.
If there was a way that we could get people to come, like if you want to just fight somebody and like
Just
you know,
get it out your system.
but see, here's the thing: everything I watch,
We got to get everybody to sign waivers. We are not liable for anything
no.
that happens to you.
I would more approach it like, hey, listen, I want to start this thing where like if you just want to fight, come out here, but like leave your other drama, leave it at the house. Don't come out here. Don't bring any guns, nothing like that. But if you want to just fight, come on. Let's see what you got. You
Bring
know,
it on, bitch.
yeah. But I don't know if it would ever work. I just think that somebody would get pissed off and, just it wouldn't be good. I can just say that. But it's very entertaining though, man. And I think they kind of got something with it, And a lot of them they'll say like, "Hey, this guy has been training just trying to have a career in UFC or MMA or whatever." And they go out there, and it's just kind of something for these people to, however many. I wonder how many people watch it on YouTube. Let me see. Let me look it up right quick.
What, Street Beefs?
Yeah.
That one that I was just watching had like 5 million views on it. They got
Really?
Yeah, they got 4 million subscribers. They're not hurting.
All right. How many followers does Street Beefs have?
A lot more than us.
Street Beefs has over 4.3 million subscribers on their YouTube channel. Their Twitter account has 8,381
wasn't good
followers.
enough for you. You had to fucking verify.
What?
I'm just giving you hell, man. Go ahead.
I just wanted to look it up and see. I mean, they definitely have way more followers than we have. And I just made a Facebook post and I was like, "Hey, Street Beefs, we're about to, say something."
They probably looked at it and was like, "We don't give a shit about you."
Yeah, probably.
Hey, at least you're trying though.
I'm
for effort.
I'm trying to be interactive.
A for effort. You're doing more than what I'm doing for that shit. I do all this shit that I'm terrible at.
I feel like, and I've said this before, I feel like you do more because like you published a podcast, and at one time you were like reviewing the pod, or like
I'd stop doing that.
Yeah, I think, and that's better.
I probably should like try to like cut out like some of the lulls we have and stuff like that. But if you listen to it regularly, you know what you're signing up for. Like if we start increasing people, like maybe I would start actually reviewing it and stuff again. But working 10 or 11 hours a day, then going
Then
home,
coming here,
doing
yeah.
this,
I
and
get
then
it.
going back and then having to like edit and stuff like that. Like the most editing that happens now is I slam the intro music on there, slam the like thing in there, export it out and go.
Yeah.
But I guess that's. I mean, if we really wanted to grow it more, I guess I should exert more effort to it. But it is what it is. I mean, like I said, I pretty much accept that we're not gonna get rich off of doing this. It's
Don't
just,
accept that. I have expectations, man.
well,
I
you
think that
you be the dreamer for us then, and I'll be realistic.
I mean, I'm gonna try.
I mean, it'd be great if we did.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It'd be cool. Like, hey, what's your job? Oh, I have a podcast. Well, what do you? I just make a podcast.
We talk about just random shit.
We just sit down and like shoot the shit with each other for an hour and a half and try to say funny shit, make myself laugh if nobody else.
Oh, speaking of random shit, that reminds me of another thing.
Next week, no cuss words.
Yeah, right.
I think I'll do good for 15 minutes.
No, don't try to fucking move the goalpost now. I'm getting $20. You said you would go through an entire episode.
No, I'm not trying to move the goal. I'm trying to say I think I'll do good for 15 minutes.
Okay.
And then I'll slip up and be like that motherfucker, and be like, oh shit.
Yeah. You won't even notice it because
it'll just slide out. Like that's one thing about like trying to move up like at work and stuff and like get hired. I'm worried I'm gonna get in trouble because of my fucking mouth. Like I'm gonna be in like a meeting or something. Like it already happens sometimes. Which Bobby likes to text me when he knows we have meetings and I'm in one, trying to get my phone to go off where to go mail, motherfucker.
What is it? Teams meetings?
No, it's like on like in person, like in a conference room, and I'll forget to silence my phone. The only thing you hear is like they're talking. Well, we do this, and then you hear dee dee mail, motherfucker.
So has that happened?
Yes.
Okay.
And I didn't do anything except laugh. One of the managers turned around, looked at me, and just went, "Jeremy." I was like, "Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
My bad."
The only thing you can hope for is if it's deep enough in your pockets where not everybody hears it.
Like,
just
whenever
only
I
the
go
people.
sit down, I do just like I'm doing here. I throw it on the table like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it is loud and proud, son. I'm like, if you have more than like a 20-minute conversation with me, you're probably gonna hear me say "fuck" at least twice.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like just when I was talking to that guy, maybe I didn't mean to say "shut the fuck up." Maybe I should have.
Yes, you did.
I did.
Yes, you did, Brett.
But it just kind of came out. You know what I mean?
You said exactly what you wanted to say because like you're like, man, I wish I'd tell this motherfucker shut the fuck up. And then like he said
dude,
something
I
to
mean,
you,
listen.
and like the fuck it switch, the button got hit today, and you just went, you know what, man, shut the fuck up.
That's exactly what happened. Because I went on about my business. Like I was going on about my business, and he just kept talking. And I was like, "Hey, listen, just
like
shut
once
up."
you pointed out to him that, like, hey, man, I literally just pulled in here. I'm just trying to evaluate the situation in front of me. It's not my fault that you're too ignorant to realize the fucking gate hasn't even closed behind me yet. As you're strolling in here, wanting to cause a scene and shit.
Yeah, I mean, he's the one to blame here.
Yeah, you're throwing your hands up and shit at me. Like, I don't know, what are you throwing up fucking gang signs at me or shit? From the west side, motherfucker? Come on with it then.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he was the aggressor. I let his words get the best of me, and then I took it to another level.
I didn't have anything like confrontational happen to me today, but I was driving the work truck, and this dude in a trailer, like, I'm coming down a hill. He decides he needs to pull out as I'm coming down the hill. So I have to, like, jam the brakes. And, like, he pulls in the fucking suicide lane. I make sure, like, as I'm, like, sitting there, I look at him and go.
You do that pretty often, don't you?
I applaud. It pisses people off so much more if you can get eye contact with them and then applaud.
Yeah.
Like that.
Me and Corey was talking about, like, oh, I forgot to tell you about this. But Corey was driving on 95, and he goes past these people, and they had, like, a ready-made cardboard like sign that said "Help us change a tire." Like they had the cardboard and everything like readily available.
Maybe they didn't need help changing the tire and they just threw the sign in there.
No, man. You don't just ride down the road with a
But what happens if
cardboard cutout.
What happens if they like needed help changing the tire and that's what they had?
So you're saying that you ride down the road with a sign, basically.
Maybe they made the sign and didn't want to.
You're
just
not
leave
a
it
good
on the side of
example
the road.
because you're the motherfucker that like walks down the street with a pen in your pocket.
Yes, I do.
So do you have a Sharpie in your vehicle that you drive to work every day?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you're not a good example.
Yes, I have.
But not
I have a Sharpie.
everybody who
There's probably
especially
2 Sharpies in the cup holder, like in the console right now.
okay. So you're not a good example, man. But not everybody driving
A
down
good scout
I-95
is
on a daily
is
basis.
prepared. Like you don't have just a pen or something just random.
I have a pen. Yes, a pen, but I don't have a piece of like billboard style cardboard and a Sharpie and saying help me change the tire because I left the house today knowing that I was going to need to make a sign saying help me change the tire.
You don't know what happened. Maybe they could be like the people that stand on fucking corners like help I'm homeless signs and then they walk like
Those signs, it looks like they just found a box somewhere and they found a
around Fayetteville though. There's one that like I've gave him money before, just because
the Bragg Boulevard exit coming off of 87. There's this guy that stands there. I've given him like water and stuff like that before. He's got a sign that literally just says homeless, and he's there every single day.
The guy that like I'm talking about, he stands at like the corner of 301 and like Cedar Creek Road, or no, it'd be like 301 and 24.
Okay,
like right around in there.
Oh yeah,
he's always right around there. He's got a sign. He's like, "Help! I'm on my last leg."
Yes, and he literally
he doesn't have a fucking leg.
We have seen that guy before.
I gave him money just cause like that sign. Right,
that is classic.
That just cost you a tenner right there.
Yeah,
dude. like it's like good job, man.
Yeah,
like if something like that, dude. Like you may not be homeless and really need the help. I don't know what your situation is because I only see you randomly sometimes. But that fucking sign is fucking hilarious. Like if homeless calls wife is a bitch or something like that, I'd probably give that guy money.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, like, sorry, dude. Like,
yeah, really. So I guess another thing. How long have we been going, by the way?
An hour and 11 minutes.
Okay, we're really stretching it out today. So another thing that
my penis says every day, and sometimes I can even make it to a half.
So another thing, we briefly talked about it on the phone, but I had presented a question to you, and this was kind of like what I wanted to get Corey on the phone was, and we would kind of ask him that same question. But I asked you earlier this week on the phone, do you think that musicians remember every single song that they have written?
I don't. Like, there's some of them that, like, yeah, they probably have, like, a Rolodex in their head. But like I said, I've seen Kerry King before try to play. I can't remember if it was, like...
Okay, you're going to have to... Who's Kerry King?
The guitarist for Slayer.
Okay.
I've seen him, like, before, like, forget how to play a song. And he just sits there and starts playing it, and he plays it wrong, and he stops and looks.
So he has like a cheat sheet of his songs.
Like I guess he just forgot that one, but like I know they don't remember every single one.
Okay, so what percentage of, let's say, who is a band that has like a huge discography? Slayer does.
They got a pretty.
So how deep down in their discography do you think they go with their memory of?
I'm pretty sure like there's quite a few albums that they don't remember how to play every song on. Case in point, Kerry King. But I'm trying to find that. Here we go. I'm going the wrong direction. I'm showing him a video.
So I thought that they rehearsed basically the songs that they were playing on their sets or whatever.
I mean, like most now, I think bands have like, all right, we're playing these songs this whole tour. Like, this is what we're playing.
Mm-hmm.
Like Cody and Cambria, like whenever we went and saw them, they have like their whole set list posted of what they were going to play.
Right.
But because like we had a fucking 2 hour delay a game, like they cut out like a third of their set.
Right. So,
Same with Mastodon. Then,
I mean, obviously, that's the thing. Like, I've forgotten, even part of my job. I forget sometimes what, if I don't do it very often, like, I don't forget where stores are or where tanks are and stuff like that. So,
I forgot how to pull up something on my phone today for work, like because I didn't have one of the sheets of paper I needed for a store. I was
yeah.
like, he's like, oh, you can pull it up on your phone. I'm like, oh, if I can remember how to do it, I'm not sure how to do it.
The thing that really sucks, but I mean, I guess like, you could understand it to a certain extent, but the thing that really sucks is like when you go to these concerts, there are these fans who have been maybe not from day one, but from like year one,
Well,
who have been fans.
I couldn't be a day one Slayer fan because they've been around since like that 80s.
Yeah, I get
don't
it,
remember
but the
when
thing I'm
Rain and
saying
Blood
is
comes
like,
out.
if you were a Make a Wish kid and you went to a Slayer concert and you wanted to hear a song from their first album.
Well, their first album.
Don't try to pick apart my point, man.
I'm sorry, man. That's what I'm here for. Okay, you want to hear like whenever we went and saw Cody and Cambria, I wanted to hear "Running Free," but they didn't play it.
They didn't play it, but do you think they remembered it?
I'm pretty sure they probably remember how to play that. I'm pretty sure they probably know. Like the way the drummer looks as he's playing, he remembers every note he's ever played.
Because it brings him great joy.
Yeah, more than great joy. Like if I knew we wouldn't get sued, I swear I would take one of the pictures I have on my phone of his face as he's playing, and that was what I would make the like logo for the podcast this week. It's just his face because I don't know if I showed you or not while we were there.
Oh yeah, you sent me the pictures.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, we
That
saw it on
man
Drumeo.
loves his job because that. If you have ever wondered what his O face looks like, I have photos.
Yeah, I mean, it would be the only thing that would really shock us about the man is the size of his dick, because we know what his O face looks like.
Yeah,
I mean,
he could be packing a fucking Scud missile down there. I mean, who knows? But
Yeah.
like the way I know, like every night after a concert, that man is not banging groupies. So his wife is in the clear because he has done busted every nut he has ever
he's
gonna
tired.
bust.
He's exhausted.
Yeah, he is gone.
After every show, he just needs to go to the tour bus and lay down.
I thought the dude from Beartooth, whenever we saw them, I thought he was like a ball of energy, like constant movement. He was, but then again, I've never watched a man orgasm for 45 minutes straight in my life.
Until you saw Coheed and Cambria.
Yeah, his name's Josh something. Can't remember. I think it's Josh. Hold on. Bobby's yelling at me right now. I think the wife's probably yelled at me about the giving dude with a sign saying his wife's a bitch. I'm not saying you're a bitch, babe.
I mean, I could probably look it up.
You know, like the name of the band is actually two characters in the comic book.
Really?
Yep. Josh Epper. There we go.
All right. Claudio Sanchez, vocals, guitar, keyboards. Travis Stever, guitars, vocals. Josh Epper, drums, keyboards, backing vocals. And Zach Cooper, bass, backing vocals. Yeah, Josh Epper. And listen, the dude is a good drummer.
Yeah.
Like I appreciate he's got a minimalist drum set and he plays the shit out of it.
I'm not the biggest fan of Lars from Metallica as far as drummers go because he's not that great. But in the grand scheme of things, he serves what he needs to serve for Metallica. Like he's not no fucking like what's his name, Buddy Rich or anything like that. He's not.
Who's Buddy Rich?
Like a big band drummer. I think is it Buddy Rich? It's something. I think it's Buddy Rich. Hold on.
Let's listen.
Yes, American jazz drummer, Buddy Rich.
Okay.
So there you go. But yeah, like he's pretty impressive drummer. A lot of those jazz drummers that play shit is like God, I can't remember the name of the movie.
Like, let's just say Danny Carey has a pretty like
Danny Carey has
complex
every
drum set.
drum in the fucking world. A xylophone, like one of the little drum pads that has different sounds. He's got wind chimes. He's got a bird feeder. There's a hummingbird feeder hanging off one of the cymbals. I think he's got a fucking windmill back there somewhere. You don't need 47. Well, I mean, then again, it is Danny Carey, but like he has 48 cymbals, like 36 different like size tom drums.
I would like to know, like, I would like for if there are any musicians listening, but probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
But just reach out to us one way or another and let me know.
Reach out and touch faith.
Even if you can't remember your entire like
discography,
yeah, let me know a percentage of what you can remember. Because the thing is like what I started to hit on was like, what if there's this Make-A-Wish kid, and it like, I will say this, like, I could list an album. Let's say me and you don't really have the same like taste in music, but let's
we
say
overlap in areas like.
Let's say
Conway,
a good one
Twitty.
is Rage Against the Machine.
Okay,
like
that's
the first album that's got the dude with the little red star on his. What is that, a self-titled album?
Don't give me the line.
But anyway, what would your favorite song be off that album?
I don't even know.
There's Killing in the Name of.
Like I don't even know what. Like I know, I'm not like a follower. Like I know the popular Rage Against the Machine songs, but I don't know everyone.
Evil Empire. Sorry, that was the name of
it. Definitely not their first one.
That's 1996, dude.
Is it?
Okay, I'm sorry. No, 1991 was their first album. Sorry. So Evil Empire was my first like dabble into Rage Against the Machine.
I remember the first like really heavy song that I ever heard that like set me down the path of metal was Roots, Bloody Roots by Sepultura.
Okay.
I heard that and it just spoke to my soul.
Yeah. So you don't know right offhand like what your favorite song would be from that album?
When you said Killing in the Name of, that's a good one. Hold on, I will pull it up and see.
I'll just say, okay, People of the Sun is one of the songs. Bulls on Parade, Vietnam, Snake Charmer, Wind Below.
Bulls on Parade is on this one, so I'd probably have to say Bulls on Parade because I can honestly say I don't think I've ever heard Year of the Boomerang.
Revolver.
And Bobby's probably yelling at me right now because of that. I know Down Rodeo, that's a pretty good one.
These people ain't seen a brown skin man since their grandparents bought one.
I know.
I think Revolver. See, like that's what I'm saying. So everybody has their own favorite song of an album. So if you were to say a concert that I went to was Keith Urban and Carrie Underwood, and I got to go backstage at with Keith Urban, and he did like a Q&A. So if you were at a
did you ask him a question?
I didn't ask him a question, but other people did.
Keith Urban, like, how much dick have you sucked?
He was married to but anyway,
Nicole Kidman,
yes. But so he hadn't sucked a lot of dick.
I mean, you never know, man. He may swing both ways.
But
you don't know what happens behind closed doors. You don't know what happens whenever he went to the Epstein Island.
You don't. But he's probably been.
Like I said.
All I'm saying is, listen, man. If you had a setting where you were sitting down with this guy and you'd be like, hey, play Revolver from your 1996 Evil Empire album. And he'd be like, oh, man, I just can't remember that song. That what's up.
Fair enough. I can't remember my name half the time. So, all right, brother, man. I'm getting hungry.
Me too. I haven't eaten anything yet. How long have we gone?
Hour and 23.
All right, listen. I'm gonna state it now. Corey, if you listened all the way through this episode,
Corey listens to every one of them.
I tried to get up with you this time too, brother. Listen,
And I
Don't
said the same
complain.
thing. You are not answering the phone.
don't complain.
Past 7 p.m., that phone is not getting answered.
Don't complain about the length of the podcast when we have tried 2 straight episodes to get in contact with you to discuss things, and you know, for whatever reason you're not around your phone. And listen, I get it. We all have lives outside of work and everything like that. I get it. Okay,
No, you
I
don't.
understand. Just don't be complaining about the length of the
You just
podcast
don't
if
get
you're
it?
you're not willing to contribute to the length of the podcast.
Do you keep it copacetic?
Sorry,
Do you learn to accept it?
Yep.
Do you know?
Mm-hmm.
Sympathetic?
Yep.
Okay. Anyways, all right. This concludes the meeting of the Midnight Yacht Club.
Who gets to name the?
I
get to name
you
the
get to
episode
name
this
it.
time.
I got. You can do both this time. Go nuts.
No, man.
I done all of them for like the first like God knows how many episodes. So I'll give you this one, mostly because I don't want to try to do a description for it. You want to know the God's honest truth? Fuck it, I could put it off on you.
Okay, I'll try it.
I'm delegating.
I'll try it.
Anyways, all right, party peoples. We will holler at y'all next week.
Listen,
Tell
your
tune in next
friends.
week to see if I can make it for an hour and some change without
I'm
saying
not.
fuck.
Listen, this is the last time that it's going to be mentioned about me. I'm not saying anything on the next episode except for when you cuss, and I'm going to be like, "All right, I'm $20 richer now."
He's gonna be disappointed because I'm gonna do it, folks.
He's not doing
I'm
it.
gonna do it.
I know Jeremy. I've known him for a long time. He cannot
You've known me
go.
essentially our entire lives.
He cannot go an hour without cussing. I'm just saying it.
I can if I'm asleep.
All right.
Even like I went to a funeral, and I think in the course of being in the funeral in a church, I think I said "goddamn" and "fuck" like 7 times.
That's tough.
Yeah, I mean, the worst part of it is, dude is like up there preaching like at a fucking funeral, and I'm like, I just go, Jesus Christ, and I done it loud too. Felt bad, not really, but like people turned around and looked at me. I was like, I thought I was coming to a funeral, not a fucking church sermon.
Well, they have to do.
I think I've talked about that on the podcast before, but still, like
They have to
dude,
do a
like,
sermon.
Don't try to preach me like shit when I'm going to like try to pay my final respects to somebody.
Yes, there's
Talk
a difference.
about them.
There's
Do what you need to do. Say, oh, they're going to heaven. Yabba yabba yabba. They lived in the Lord like yo yo yo, and then keep it fucking rolling. Don't start fucking preaching. I was waiting on the fucking collection plate to come out. Anyways, all right. See y'all next week.
Hey,
people.
listen, if you're listening, tell a friend, okay? Tell a friend to tune in.
Tell your mom to listen to us.
Don't tell your mom to listen to us.
Tell your mom. Tell your grandma.
Don't tell my mom to listen to
Don't
it.
tell my
especially.
mom. Or
No.
Lord knows they already get mad at me about shit I say anyways. Lord knows they know I was putting on the internet. They lose their fucking minds.
Yeah, just tell your mom, but don't tell my mom.
Tell somebody else's mom.
Yeah.
Tell your best friend's mom. Tell your next door neighbor's third uncle's cousin twice removed.
Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. Later, people.
Bye.
All right, get the microphone in your face hole, sir.
Oh, I'm here.
All right. Like you are in it.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I can bring this thing as close as I need it to be. The only thing is I don't see it spiking a lot right here.
Well, it's spiking a lot on here. Don't you
Okay,
worry.
well, I
we
can
are,
back it off a
we
little
are
bit.
tippy tapping red. Hell, me too. I'm hitting red. Fuck. Okay.
Oh, when we get started, we need to shut that door.
Okay.
The only thing is I might go and look for some sort of AirPods or earbuds to plug in, and that way, if I can hear it, I'll just listen, just to see if there's anything that I can hear that's
Okay.
going on.
Well, we're just doing like a little tester. I may throw this at the end of the episode. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to get official now.
Yeah. We got the like a table that looks like we're actually like talking to each other, not just looking at each other awkwardly from across the room. I dart my eyes. He gives me a sly little spy or a smile.
Those fuck me eyes.
Yeah, those fuck me eyes. There you go.
Give you those fuck me eyes.
He gives you that come hither look.
Yeah, give me those fuck me eyes.
Oh, what's that? Is that a real country song? That like he's bouncing on my butt cheeks and shit. Is that an AI song?
Probably not.
You never know nowadays, man. It could be a gay country dude. Who knows?
All right, let me go check and see if I can find some earbuds.
His favorite movie is Brokeback Mountain. I'm playing with the effects.
Thing to see what it sounds like.
I don't know. Does this sound different? Excuse me, chirp. Buck, buck, buck.
Baka baka.
Adjust the microphone. Waka waka. Oh no, I'm just playing with the thingy over here.
Pitch modulator.